The youth is rapping about now is nursery rhymes. So we like to deal with the real. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's happening? You already know this the man, Mr. Sin.
And like I said the last time, man, y'all already know who this is. Great, you up in this thing.
Man, welcome to the House of Misfits podcast.
Yeah.
Man, we back. Well, I ain't gonna say we back, because I mean, we were back, last week?
This is 101 Dalmatians.
One-on-one.
Uno, cero, uno. Yeah.
Uno.
I've been on duo, my niggas.
You know, duo.
Yeah, trying to get right, you know what I'm saying? Get my Spanish right.
Shit, I've been chilling, doing a little side hustle.
Okay, yeah.
Feeling happy about myself.
Getting some of that money?
Yeah, man. Let me tell y'all something real quick, man. Have a side hustle. Like, seriously. I think everybody need to have a side hustle.
I got 5 of them.
You got 5 of them?
Yeah, I got five for income. I'm trying to get 2 more.
That's what I'm talking about.
5 streams of income, so I need to get 2 more, and then 7 streams. You know, eventually that builds to $1 million. They say. So,
that's a good formula right there.
Yeah, it's
very good formula.
I'm glad y'all niggas got all these side hustles. Now I can finally get that $5 y'all owe me.
I ain't talking
$5.
about.
Alright, see, now niggas want to play like they got amnesia.
Man, whatever.
Yeah,
Alright, I got you. Next time McDonald's do the rollout for the McLobster sandwich.
Fuck that, McLobster.
Got you.
You know there ain't no goddamn real lobster.
Yeah, I know, right?
This shit ain't up with tuna out the can.
Bro. McLobster.
That shit, that's.
I remember when they came out, I was like, what? I'm like, who the hell would eat that?
Yeah. Nigga, I didn't know what the fuck, motherfucker. I didn't know what I don't understand the hype behind the damn McRib.
Oh, the McRib. I don't know. People just love the McRib, man. That shit been out. That shit been rolling in and out since like the what? Late 80s, early 90s?
That shit come back up. Motherfuckers be acting
They go
stupid
crazy
over
for
it.
it.
Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta get that shit to push a T. Yeah.
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 What's up, man? Tell me what's happening.
Nothing much, man. A lot of work, man. A lot of work.
A lot of buffoonery shit that happened this whole week.
Yes, entertainment headline wise, yes.
Yes. Wells Fargo CEO recent comments. Got a lot of people out here, especially
a lot of people got upset.
A lot of people got upset. A lot of the black folks, especially.
Yeah.
Decided they want to go in and close their account because what happened?
Yeah. I mean, hey, more power to you, buddy. But I mean, it's some things I'm like, you know, I mean, he said what he said. I feel like it was controversial, but at the same time, I'm like, what high-ranking bank outside of a black-owned bank that you're not gonna find people who have that same mindset? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you think about it, it's all about self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we really want to, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's black credit unions out there, there's black banks out there. I mean, I know there's black banks out there, what have you. If we really want to push that agenda, then we really need to start highlighting it a lot more, because it doesn't get highlighted enough. And then on top of that, we still got it ourselves. We got to start doing more research. Mm-hmm. Take the initiative to do research ourselves and see what's out there.
Yeah, but how do you know that somebody black that tried to go and apply for it and then just got turned down?
That's the whole art of self-preservation. A lot of these jobs, like, you think about it, they're not going to be quick to hire a black person over somebody that's, you know, their skin color.
I mean, I know that.
You know, it's about self-preservation. I mean, it's how companies preserve themselves for over 100 plus years. You know what I'm saying? You don't really see a lot of black companies out there that's been around for 100 plus years, but you see white companies out there for 100 plus years.
Man, when I seen everybody that just raised hell about this damn issue, the first thing that crossed my mind, I was like, Killer Mike literally just told y'all ungrateful, dusty motherfuckers.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I thought about.
No, let me get this shit out. Like, he just got done telling y'all, fucking what? It's been a couple of years. He sat there and said, close all your accounts, start putting your money in the black-owned banks. He literally he said this shit probably it had like a couple of years ago. Yeah. Because I remember that shit. I remember that interview.
It was very big wave when it was getting promoted, and then it just kind of
no.
It died down because
no. I think it's more so the convenience of it.
Yeah, that's more so what it was. It died down a lot because of the convenience.
No. Motherfuckers just wasn't listening. I don't give a fuck what you say. No,
Motherfuckers
motherfuckers
was
not.
listening. I mean, I seen a lot of
People,
activity.
a lot of people actually applied to that black bank that he was speaking of. But like I said,
The conclusion.
the convenience of a bank. Like, are you willing to drive downtown to go put your money in the bank, or you just want to go around the corner? More than likely, it's about proximity.
But one of the conclusions, one of the conclusions of that, he was basically like, put some money in it. Like, even if you don't close out your accounts that you have that are convenient, still put some money in a black bank. Like,
because everybody like, oh, you can do online banking. I'm like, you can do online banking, but myself, when it comes to my money, I want to be able to go in and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
what's
the benefits of me putting my money in your bank? What's the what other options do you have? What type of accounts can I put my money in? Do you have interest only accounts? Do you have this? I want to be able to sit down and talk to a banker, not over the phone, not online through email. I want to talk to somebody face to face.
Before we get too deep in it, and I think we might be already, but for the viewers, because I didn't know much about it until right before the podcast, could you lighten the on what was said, like
highlight some light? He said the talent pool and within the black community is very limited. For recruitment, yes. Okay. Now, with that being said, like I said, that goes back to my whole thing on the self-preservation theory. Most races who actually own, not racists, but people from other racial ethnicities that own establishment or business, they're not going to be looking towards people who are outside of their own race and ethnicity.
And that makes sense.
To preserve their business.
But
most of the time,
that statement was true, though.
I don't feel like it was necessarily true to 100%. I mean, but I just also think that the resources that we have is very limited as well. We're not educated on banking and diverse numbers and all this, that, and the third. I mean, it's out there. The education is out there, but also you got to find trusted sources. Not just somebody online, because a lot of people online, what I figured out, especially this year, a lot of people have turned their hustle up 100% this year.
100%, yeah.
So with that being said, you got a lot of people online who's pretending like they really know financial matters, but in actuality, they're running a scam.
Yes.
So you got to be careful of that. You know what I'm saying? When
you have to do your own research.
You got to really delve deep into what's out there for you to get your education as far as banking or what have you. And that's a disadvantage that we have because we're not taught that as kids, what have you. Or just growing up, in general. We're taught, hey, put your money in the bank. That's the safest way to do it. Or, you got the old school mentality, hey, put your money under the mattress. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, nigga, that's what I know. I know about putting money under the mattress, Nike shoebox.
I got money.
That's what I know. That's what I know.
You can do that, but your money ain't gonna gain no interest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I mean, shit, banks out here be loaning other people's money out there.
Banks operate just like insurance companies.
Yes.
They're not necessarily going to spend their money. They're going to spend your money on the capital on top.
Which is why the banks, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think the banks only need to have like 10% of.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Just like insurance companies, they take whatever they collectively get from their customers and they loan it out to various people. I mean, it's a formula.
It's a game, man. We playing chess in almost everything, but with the insurance companies, I know for a fact, like, that can be used more so for your advantage than
it can be, but you also think about it. You can be the perfect driver, no accidents at all.
Or you talking about car insurance?
Just insurance.
Insurance in general.
No accidents, no nothing. No incidental. You still got to pay that monthly fee.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all bullshit. I feel like I get some of that money back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, now the cool thing that companies like Allstate started doing, hey, if you go this amount of time without an accident, we got, we give you some, some loot back, but it's a very small margin of what you're paying.
But it's all bullshit though, because I feel like this.
It's not all bullshit.
No, let me finish.
Are you talking about insurance or
yes,
what?
let me finish.
Okay.
I think as far as the whole concept of car insurance is bullshit, because if I've been paying for my car insurance for a whole year and I never get into an accident, I feel like I could get some money back. But you know what the fuck they do? They up my damn insurance.
Renew your shit.
Yeah, you renew your shit.
Renew your shit or you gonna get pulled over and get a ticket.
But I'm saying, you renew your shit and then your shit be expensive than it was the previous year.
It depends. If you have a good insurance broker or agent like I do, luckily my mom built a relationship with a guy who I go through, and he always finds me the cheapest deal, the best deal, not just the cheapest deal, but the best deal. On top of that, he'd be like, this is what you get in it, boom, 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 boom. I'd be like, all right, cool, let's roll with that. You know what I'm saying? And I think building relationships over years is the most important thing you can do.
Absolutely,
Also.
but then those companies aren't based for loyalty. A lot of them.
No. It's based
shop
on
around.
profit.
I always shop around.
At the end of the day, what I'm saying though, I'm talking about on average.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like personally.
Yeah, I always.
No. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying you gotta find you somebody
Mm.
who you can be like, okay, look, man, I need you to find me the best deal. Boom, boom, boom. You know
And
what I'm
still
saying?
shop around.
Yeah, because I mean, you can get people that actually work for insurance companies out there, but they can also be what you call like I said, a middleman. They can just get you the best deals. They can shop around for the best deal.
Now,
They don't be exclusively to that insurance company that they work for. They just happen to work for that company.
I want to make this clear though. Also, we're talking about car insurance, and I don't want y'all to lump
It's
car
not the same
insurance
thing.
with life insurance. It's
But
completely
it's all
different.
kind of insurance, life insurance,
It's
car insurance,
completely
house,
different.
homeowners insurance.
Because for
Oh,
one of the
flood
one of the
insurance.
things that y'all said was, hey, if I'm doing good, I should be able to get some money back or
Yeah, fucking right.
pay a discount. That's things that you can utilize with life insurance. Like,
well, yeah,
you
I
can-
think you've told me something.
yeah,
about
you
that.
know what I'm saying? You can actually utilize cash back opportunities with life insurance and become your own bank. That's a lot of, especially once you start coming in the money, you dig what I'm saying? The more money you are able to invest in yourself, the more money you can make for yourself with life insurance. That I know for sure. So it's completely different. Yeah, car insurance is much more of a scam. Much more of a scam. Even the fact that they could charge me and you could apply for the same thing, live in the same place, and get two different rates. You dig what I'm saying? And have the same driving record. Like, it's crazy. My credit score could be a little different than yours and get a different, situation. So all of that shit taken into account with car insurance. I just wanted to make that clear
Yes,
for
sir.
listeners, because I know a lot of the black community, we have that stigma that life insurance is a scam.
No.
But nigga, you gonna die. That's for damn sure.
You gonna die.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't no scam about that.
You gonna die, but
die.
I know personally from
Why you say
dealing.
it like
It's the
that?
truth.
I know
It's
personally.
undefeated. Death is undefeated.
I know personally from dealing with life insurance companies from people that I have unfortunately lost. I wouldn't say it's a scam, but I will say that they will try their best to get out of paying you if they can. For the most, some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, shop around.
So like I said, shop around. Don't
That
just
goes
think
back
you
to the
can-
relationships you was
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's where you really want to. If
Yeah.
this is somebody that your life depends on, like my life literally depends on it, you want to make sure that you customize everything for you. Like,
Yes.
when I pass, I want to make sure that my family got access to my money within 48 hours, because shit gonna need to start getting paid within 48 hours. I want them to be able to take care. I don't want them to have to worry about getting reimbursed. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why there's things that you can utilize. Just customize. I ain't gonna go too deep into it. Customize it the way you like it. It's your life. Make
Yes.
sure that you
Now,
do it.
yeah, now just before we go to the next subject, because I want to go back to the whole Wells Fargo fiasco. Now, what I've personally been seeing on social media is people saying they want to cancel out their accounts. Do any of y'all have Wells Fargo?
I do.
I do. I've had.
Yeah, I plan on
Wells Fargo.
canceling your shit.
No.
Probably not. Unfortunately, because I've been a customer to Wells Fargo since 2000. Well, before they was Wells Fargo, I was with them with First Bank when they was First Union. Then they went to then they went to Wachovia. Then they became Wells Fargo. So I mean, I've had a relationship with that company since 2001.
Now, in today's society, because you said that, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you getting canceled? You're a coon because
I
you
mean,
don't."
I really don't fucking care.
I'm
My
with
thing
you on
is-
that. I'm with
My
you on
thing
that.
is, like, it's not necessarily me not caring about black people.
You
per
just know
se.
what it. You know what it is.
I just know I have my relationship with Wells Fargo, and shit, they've been good to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even down to a lot of shit that I went through financial wise, they be like, hey, we got you. You know, they've always came through for me. So you know what I'm saying? Because I've been a customer with them since 2001, and it's like when it comes down to it,
Yeah.
money is really the color that they see. You know, these banks
Yeah,
see.
but at the end of the day, though, just the whole aspect, all this
But,
shit.
I
You know what it is, bro.
I mean, I see the aspect of it, but my thing is, if you go counsel me because of that, well, damn, you need to counsel yourself, because I'm pretty sure some shit that you went back on where you've seen some racist shit, but you still supporting a racist ass company. So it's like,
My take on that before we close out that whole situation is also similar to yours. I'm not going to close out my account. You got to be in the game to play the game. I really feel like, and if I do have
And I don't work for Wells
a
Fargo.
good enough. Yeah, I
So
don't.
it's like,
Shit.
you know,
The fuck?
If I got a good enough relationship with a bank company, you know what I'm saying? There's things that I'm able to do with this banking company, perks that I may have that can help me advance.
Mhm.
And when I advance, I'm going to bring motherfuckers behind me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like that one situation, mate, is gonna help other motherfuckers. So
and then on top of that, he doesn't speak for the whole entire company. Shit, he's just an operating figure at
Yeah,
the
man,
chair.
fuck him.
He's
You know
not
what I'm
necessarily.
saying?
He's not the chairman. He's the chief.
He's
of
the there man.
executive operations or what have you. That's it.
Yeah,
He
fuck
can
man,
be.
fuck
He
him.
can easily be removed, just like the COO can be easily removed or what have you. So I mean, you can't. I don't look at the whole bank and be like, oh, that bank there is council. Like, no.
Moral of the story, fuck him.
Yeah.
Next subject.
It's not like the Clippers owner was Donald Sterling. Like he owned the fucking team and said this shit. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different case scenario.
Yo, nah. But like I said,
I'm done with that. But
I'm done with that shit. No, I was gonna jump on something else though.
yeah, me too. I had a question because I think you
Oh,
probably
go
gonna
ahead.
be able to answer. Didn't one of the guy's name? He be on the Sports Center. Didn't he walk off or quit or some shit? Some nigga they was. Y'all know anything
Kenny
about
the Jet Smith, he didn't quit, he just walked
that?
off.
Okay, he didn't quit. Okay.
I think that he used to be a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
So he felt like he had to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still on there, but I think at
Still
that
can't
moment.
believe he won a slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering because off of
I remember
that.
watching that nigga ball in the damn 94, 95 finals.
I can't remember Washington line was the reason why he got a ring, but you know, hey, that's another story.
Don't forget Clyde the Glide. Clyde the
Glide.
Glide trick.
Next to the story. Tory Lane finessed the fuck out of everybody. And I'm gonna tell you
You
why.
said finesse?
He finessed the fuck out of everybody. Well, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you're the reason why, because when he hopped on IG, pretty much make it seem that he was, huh?
He pulled a Paul Pierce pump fake on
Yeah,
him. It's like,
that he did. Yeah, he tried to make it. Yeah, this nigga tried to make it seem that he was gonna come out and really speak on the whole situation. You know, the whole situation.
He nigga dropped an album.
This nigga dropped a whole album.
Oh wow!
Yeah, everybody, you know, waiting at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, everybody waiting on 12 o'clock
Smart
Eastern
business
time. He was gonna hop on IG Live. Then motherfuckers like, this nigga really just dropped a whole album.
That's good marketing.
It's very good marketing. But this is my whole thing because
Controversial.
this is what I said. Yeah, exactly.
But it gets people talking.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
but
did he say?
But this is what I said though. When I went on Twitter, I said everybody that has an itch that was dragging them in the mud, and you know, hey, you feel like that, cool. But if you drag in the mud and you go there and listen to his music again like nothing ever happened, you a motherfucking fool. I'm sorry, you a fucking fool. Me personally, I can never get into him. Like his voice always irked me. I personally never got into him.
I never liked Tory
Even-
Lanez as
but-
a singer.
But in regards to the whole entire situation, though, my whole thing is that it's like when the shit first happened between him and Megan Thee Stallion. All I said, if motherfuckers got on me, all I said is that I'm not gonna jump out the gate until I hear both sides. That's just
Which
me.
makes sense.
I've always been like that.
It may be reasonable cause to shoot a bitch in the toe, depending on what happened.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't
At the
know.
end of the
I
day,
don't know.
nobody-
I did make a joke out of it at one point in time, but at the same time, I did feel bad
Yeah.
for. I'm like, damn, if she really got shot in the foot, that's messed up. But at the same time, we don't know what transpired.
What transpired exactly?
So it's like
Nobody
wasn't
went
there.
Yeah, but nobody went there because the way how I took it right out the gate is that, you know something? Because somebody was even saying, even when he made it seem he was gonna say his side of the story, people was like, man, you should hear that shit. Da, 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 da. I'm like, let's be real. No. They were saying that, oh, why don't you? I said, why he ain't say? He should have said something a long time ago. I'm like, now let's be
Well, it's a
real.
pending
Hold on.
case.
I was like, now let's be real. Had he would have done that at the beginning, which you would have gave a fuck. If
Right.
not, shut the fuck up.
Because you think about it, and it's not no man versus woman type thing ordeal for me, but I see it more like whenever something happens to a woman, and we don't know the full details. Majority of women take the woman's side. They're gonna automatically, like, it don't matter what she was doing, blah blah blah. They gonna, like, I've seen it countless times where
On average,
they jump, they be like, hey, oh, he's counseling. It's just like, then the full story may come out, and then
like,
you don't know, they tone may not change that much, but they do get silent. So it's like, I don't know. I can't speak on it. I I mean, I really have no voice, no dog in this fight. I mean, I think it's messed up what may have happened, but at the same time, dude, look, these are people who are celebrities. They have less responsibility than we do. So it's like
I don't know about that.
I can't get caught up. I'm not saying in that case at point, but I'm like I think their days are a lot less stressful than ours. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say that either.
I mean,
If you got more money, you got more shit you got to worry about.
that is true, but I mean, at the same
Yeah,
time,
but-
if you have the luxury of going to pool parties and all that, and doing this, that, and the third, then you know, hey, more power to you. But my whole thing is like, I can't.
So we
speak
still
on
don't know what the fuck happened completely, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he
okay.
spoke. I mean, he spoke on it. A lot of people say he had a fire album. That's the one thing.
I like
Maybe
the
he
two-
spoke on it in the album.
The two,
That's
songs,
what
yeah, he
the
did.
two songs that I heard, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, he kind of spoke back out against people who was attacking him, which I thought, well, okay, that's
Yeah,
pretty,
he called out
that's
some
pretty
motherfuckers.
mindful.
They were trying to deport this nigga, right?
That's the wrong
Yeah.
man.
But the only thing is, like, with Rick Ross, because Rick Ross came out on it, and I was just like, Ross, just chill out, dude, because you opportunities yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? When the whole Wayne and Baby shit was going down, you come to this record tour, Baby,
No.
claiming you was coming to DJ Khaled's defense, and I was just like, dude, DJ Khaled HB going, why are you so
No.
hyped about it? And then he had an album coming out at the same time, so I was just like,
Yeah, he the wrong. I'm sorry, but the fact that you try to hide that you was a correctional officer, yeah, you.
I mean, I'm not judging him about his personal life, I mean, whatever,
But you can't.
at the same time,
But
like,
you can't come out and say something about somebody knowing you had some shit on your damn shit too. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I just feel like a lot of people just wait for the full details and the facts to come out before you
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jump out the. Don't
Before you
jump out the
start,
plane.
before you start throwing her in the fire or him in the fire.
There
Like,
we go.
wait till the whole shebang come out.
They
And
said it all
then you
come
make a
out.
decision.
Yeah, hear both sides. I mean, because at the end of the day, we weren't there.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is really talking like as if they were like right there.
I
and
mean,
they
because
saw
I've
the
seen
shit.
people, I've seen women online. Oh, you're getting blocked if you say something like, "Wait till we hear both sides of stuff." I'm like, well, damn. Like,
That's the problem.
I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, okay, so if we don't wait to hear both sides of the story, how the hell we gonna know what's going on? You can't just prejudge somebody, you know.
Some people just feel like
I'm like, get out your emotions.
I guess some people feel like he stepped overboard shooting her. Period. Like regardless of what she could have did, but
I mean, but the controversy. I mean, there's
Who
more.
knows what she
There's more controversial proof coming out. Like her, for instance, people associates of hers have came out and said he didn't shoot her. Associates of his have said that he did. I mean, you know, it's
so we don't even. So we really
know.
don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Somebody ain't saying
Okay.
she ain't fucked around and probably shot herself or
So the
some
truth.
crazy
So I mean, the
shit.
truth is in there somewhere. It just
Somewhere.
has to be brought out.
But we would never know the damn truth.
Yeah.
There's three sides.
Well, we never know.
When it comes to certain things, there's three sides to every story. There's his side,
Her side.
there's her side,
There's
and
the
there's the
truth.
truth.
What if it's two hers?
Must be two sides.
Yeah, so.
Because we're equal opportunity here at the House of Misfits podcast, so it could be two hymns also.
But at
Can't deal with you, man.
the end of the day, though, both parties' lives were traumatized by this whole ordeal.
Yeah.
Like, to be real on that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it came. What do you think about it? It came down to some bullshit. Like they was out having a good time, drinking, pool party, this, that, and the third, and then it turned into that. Like, come on, man. It's
He
like,
came out say he was drunk, talking about he and text her and say he was drunk. But
I mean, it's
somebody's like, well, he did text her and say he was drunk. I'm like, he didn't say he shot her.
She said she was drunk, so both of them was drunk. I guess. I mean, from the look of things, I mean,
Yeah, let's be real. Like, you know, this is my whole thing.
it
Like,
just sounds like it's one big toxic piece. Like,
Okay.
What's his name? What's your man? That fuck with Kanye. He's from Atlanta. I forget his damn name.
Oh, Saha?
Saha was like, well, he was like, you know, this has nothing to do with black women being protected. He said this has something to do with just toxic shit going on, toxic behavior.
And this is my thing. The way how this shit is set up. Let's be real. Let's say allegedly it was. Let's say it was the other, hypothetically speaking, it was the other way around. And let's say she allegedly shot Tory. Niggas gonna be clowning the fuck out of him.
Oh yeah, it would definitely not be
Because he
the
was
same
his
response.
Remember in the very, very beginning, he was already getting flamed because of his height. I mean, let's be real, bro. You like 5'3", 120 pounds. That's some funny shit.
And she like
I can't take no
5'10".
grown. I'm just sorry, bro. I can't take no grown man seriously. You like fucking
Yeah.
5'5", 5'6", like wearing a size 8.
Well, she like 5'10".
Yeah, she
Her
tall.
ass cheek is bigger than home.
I mean, what was he doing? Strapping? He was strapping. He must have like been strapping to her back like a backpack or something.
He just got between her cheeks. He was like a hot dog.
Yeah, I mean that's a funny picture.
Hey,
So,
when she twerk, man, he be rubbing on the chest and the face and shit.
All on her chin and shit.
That is. I'm like, well, I like the whole tall man
Like,
theory out the window.
she can't wear no heels around him.
Boy, well, he can give her fellatio standing up.
I was like, that whole tall man shit, the whole less than 6 feet shit is out the window now. For you motherfuckers.
That's tall women or men?
No, women be like, oh, if he under 6 feet, I can't talk to him. I'm like,
Man,
oh,
look,
shit,
hell
shit out the
no.
window.
Especially when you got money, shit. At least let me stand on these stacks.
That
Hang it
shit
from the
out
back.
window.
That nigga got to step on a step stool to take a picture of her.
Hey,
Yeah, I remember one with turned down. She's like, oh, you got tall though, but yeah, I'm like, her celebrity crush is Lil Wayne. I'm like, this nigga is like 5'4". What the fuck?
Right, you let them bust your back out.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, okay, so I know what's up.
I ain't saying you a gold digger.
She ain't messing with no broke nigga.
All right, what else we got on the plate? So leaving that alone, we don't know what the fuck really happened. So House of Misfits, we're choosing to retain our, you know what I'm saying, comments until we get the full story.
Like I said, at the end of the day, we're never gonna get the full story. Let's be real, we're never gonna get the full story.
Nah, I mean,
We're gonna get a better understanding.
trial.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think people are starting to get more of a better understanding just based off what he was saying on the album. Because a lot of people that I know that listen to it was saying, Megan, you got so much playing to do. Ricky.
so wrong with y'all. But yeah.
That was the shit though, nigga. Lucy?
Yeah.
Man, I love Lucy was that shit.
Lucy.
My favorite episode was when her and her friend was making wine, stepping in the wine. I remember that shit. Like,
That shit was a classic.
anyways,
My favorite, you watch that damn show. Nah, Kanye. Okay, let me get on this shit about Kanye. So you know Kanye pretty much been going in and shit lately.
as usual, not lately. Period.
Yeah, he's definitely been going in lately. Just, by Sony and all that shit. So he's definitely been doing that. Even though this motherfucker is in hell of debt with them. I mean, he owed money. And let's be real, he's never going to get all his masters. They'll probably give him at all his albums, he'll probably get maybe 2 of his masters. Probably the most popular album. And then, of course, his probably one that probably mean the most, which can be his first 2. One of his first 2.
Maybe you might get all. Who knows?
He ain't get them all. No, you're not gonna get them. Because think about this: if I'm a company and you're an artist,
They have too much.
and you owe me, why the fuck would I give you all your masters and you already owe me? That makes no sense.
You talk about Island Def Jam though. He signed to them, I think. But
Yeah, but
they got too much leverage over him anyway. Especially after that second album, he went into over debt with that shit.
Yeah, see, if I'm
Making it making it late registration.
that's a route.
But this is my
So it's like they already got an advantage over him.
man. But this is my whole thing, bro. Like that shit was that whole. What he said, he went on Twitter and he said he was gonna give back good music artists 50% of the shares that he has of their masters. This is why I think that was, because I said this is some bullshit. Because I listened to the Brilliant Idiots podcast last week, and when they got on the subject about Kanye, they got on this whole subject about when Kanye been going in on Twitter and shit. And I think Charlamagne, he came out and said he started asking questions about, what's up with good, what about good music? What's up with their masters? Like, have you given them masters? So how is it that you sat there and say that? They said this on the podcast, and then a few days ago, Kanye gonna come out and say, I'm gonna give them half of their masters. That's bullshit to me. I'm sorry. That's bullshit. That's
How you
bullshit.
advocate for something that you don't even, indulge in.
That's bullshit. To my eye, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog.
Big Sean came out and said something that, he was happy for it, but at the same time, man, come on, man, that's bullshit. Because I felt like, and maybe I'm wrong.
You wrong.
I felt like that he came out and, okay, he had listened to the Brilliant Idiot podcast for that shit. Because I felt like if Charlamagne never made those comments,
It would have never happened.
it would have never happened, man. And I'm sitting here looking at people replying to this shit. I'm like, so we're just not going to acknowledge this shit. We're just not going to at all. That's some bullshit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you you definitely should have made sure your people were straight first, because it would have looked better on your part trying to go for it. Like, that could have been part of it. Like, man, I've provided my artists with 50%. They got 50% of their masters. I want my motherfucking masters. Like, okay, boom, you practicing what you preach, but you right. If that was a reaction to a comment, nigga.
I mean, like I said, that's me probably reading much into it, but from a nigga that already know shit, that's just how I took it.
It still boils down to you reading the fine print.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, you sign the motherfucking contract.
Exactly.
United States Marine Corps, you sign the motherfucking contract.
Exactly.
So, at the end of the day, you gotta really look at that. Like,
Right.
you gotta leverage. You gotta set yourself up in a position where you can leverage your ownership. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
knew
not
exactly
just like, I mean, Ray Charles showed us that. You know, like when he signed to Atlantic Records, he was like, hey, I wanna have this. I want my masters, this, that, and the third. That's what he was able to get. If you can work that type of deal, then work it. If not, then continue to stay independent.
Yeah, move along.
At the end of the day, you don't in this business, and I apply this to everything that's I apply to a lot of shit in my life. You don't get what you deserve. You get when you negotiate.
Oh yeah, you gotta know how to negotiate. Just like me, when people call me, like recently, I get calls about my book all the time. I'm a no nonsense type of guy when I talk on the phone with these people, because usually they'll take you on a long journey conversation, and I just break down right to it. I'll be like, look, how much is it for this? How much is it for that? How much can I see back in return? Blah blah blah. They be like, well, damn, these some good ass questions you asking. And the conversation gets cut real short. It's like, either you will give me a response, a direct response, or you go talk around the subject. I don't want to talk around the subject.
Because
I'm not going to stay on the phone with you for over an hour.
Because you're more like, all right, let's get straight to the point.
Yeah.
Let's get straight to the point.
And that's how you have to walk in there with them. You have to
with everything you do, though, you should hold that same mentality.
Everything in life, you have to have that mentality. You
Yeah.
go and if it's something you want, you got to go and say, okay, this is what I want. And like I said, do your research.
Some people don't feel like they worth it, though. That's the problem.
Well, some people, it ain't that they don't feel like they worth it. It's just some people are willing to do whatever it takes to get on.
Yeah.
And then they worry about the consequences later.
That's also true.
So,
but if you felt like you're worth $1 million, would you settle for 50,000?
No.
Exactly.
But
So
at the same
gotta
time,
know
you
your
think
worth.
about it. Look at Kanye's story. Like, the dude, like, if you're familiar with Kanye's story, the dude was fucking floating around doing pretty much, what you call that?
Beats.
He was doing beats for people, you know what I'm saying? And he did a lot of crazy classic beats and did a lot of ghost production. He was in a desperate position back then, and so I'm pretty sure he was just like, whatever, fuck it, I'm signing the contract. You know what I'm saying, to get on.
Because he didn't know he was worth more.
Yeah, he didn't
But a lot of people didn't really take him serious as a rapper. But they're like, nigga, I want your beats, fuck your damn raps.
Yeah. So it's just like, at the same time, he was in a desperate. When you're in a desperate position, you want to make desperate decisions.
That's true.
So it's like
You're too busy because you're too busy focusing on what's going on now, rather than
that could be a lot of the time.
and you gotta be secure within yourself to be like, nah,
the short term.
nah, this is what I'm worth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
it.
You gotta be secure within
What
yourself.
you just said exactly what we all said too. Your worth, and you also said it too. You got your short term and your long term. Like, if you don't go in there with already knowing your end goal, then you're right. You will settle because you ain't got no plan together. So they gonna give you their plan, and it's gonna sound okay.
Exactly.
And if you know your plan, and then they give you theirs, then you'll be like, no, this don't line up where the fuck I need to go. So
yeah, exactly.
have your plan in order, man. Don't come. Somebody said, well, TD Jakes said one time, he like, y'all come to God with, wanting him to breathe life or something. You ain't even got organized. Like, come with some organization. Give him your organized plan for him to breathe life into, or he gonna breathe into a whole bunch of scatteredness, and you ain't gonna be able to put it together.
I like that. That is a very great statement.
Boom. I'm not saying we be dropping gems.
Word of the day. House of Misfits podcast. Word of the
We
day.
be dropping gems,
I
man.
know, right, man? That's my whole thing, man. Like, don't focus on, and I want to say this before we go to the next subject. Don't focus on the short-term goal. Focus on the long-term. I'm gonna say this one thing. Look at it like a job. People are so busy focusing on how much they want to get paid rather than the benefits. Rather than it should be the other way around. Because in that situation, you can have a job. You gotta ask this question: do you want a job that's gonna pay you real good with shitty benefits, or do you want a job that's going to have great benefits, but the pay is not really the best? I'd rather take the job that's going to have the best benefits and the pay is not the greatest. Because at the end of the day, it's always going to be one of those situations that it's going to suck right then. I mean, you know, as far as the pay, it's going to suck right then and there, but it's going to pay off in the long run.
Are those my only two options, nigga?
I'm kind of in between.
But I'm saying, you get both, you get both.
I
But
mean,
if you're in a situation that you have one or the other, that's what I always go for.
I mean,
especially at the age that we're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, as I've gotten older and educated myself more so within the workforce, I understand the more meaning of benefits. But at the same time, you do not want to take a shitty paying job either, because the benefits don't mean shit if you can't pay your rent. If you can't pay, you can't pay your bills.
That's true.
So,
which is why I didn't say a shitty pay. I'm talking about the pay. It wasn't really the
I know. I'm just saying, just educate yourself more in that regards, because that's what I started doing. I was like, when I first got in the position that I was in back a few years ago, I started going to staffing agency. I was like, okay, a staffing agency, go find me a job. But then you start doing your education and research on them. You start saying, like, wait a minute, I'm not getting paid what I'm supposed to be getting paid. This, the third. And then I started figuring out how to apply to jobs more directly. And looking at different industries of jobs that you can get. I mean, it's all around you. And
you got to be careful with staffing agencies, because this is my whole thing. Especially like, you know, the temp
agencies rip you the hell off.
Yeah, they will rip you off, and just the whole concept behind the temp agency. I had people that's high up that put me in game on shit.
But there are some good ones.
I know. Let me finish. What I'm saying, I've been put on game on this. What a lot of people don't know is that no matter, you can be a temp for a particular job, do a hell of a good job, you exceed, you know, the job functions. All they gotta do, make one phone call so we don't need you. You have to do it like that.
They could do that without you being with the temp.
But you can really but the thing about when you're a regular employee, you got to go through certain things before they can just up and just cut you.
Not necessarily.
And
that in Georgia.
But they do.
Georgia's an at-will state.
If you are a direct hire employee with a company, they will have to set you up with some kind of
that's what I'm saying.
Pay after they do let you go or whatever.
Yeah, they got to do something.
Now, staffing agency, all they gonna do is just be like, okay, well, we got this place over here for you. They just go book you to another job out there.
So I'll say this, because I hear what both of y'all saying. I was a staff. And you know why I fuck with staff agencies? Because I know they get paid a certain amount more than I get paid. You dig what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. If I need employment, staff agencies were one of the quickest ways to get a job. Because if you direct hire, a lot of the times you got to go through a lot of steps before you get the job. You dig what I'm saying? With a staff agency, nigga, they be like, hey, we got the job starting Monday, and it's fucking Friday. So come on,
it kind of depends on the.
That's true, but at the same time, it is temp work for the most part. So that's the added initiative for it. But I'm talking about somebody in our age group. Mm-hmm. I don't think a staff agency is necessarily beneficial.
I can't say that.
Unless you like fresh off a charge or some shit like that.
Not even. They got staff agencies that pay really well, and they get people in careers.
Now, the staff agency that I will give props to is like co-work staffing. Like, they set me up with one of the best jobs I ever had. But at the same time, I still understood that they were getting a payout for my work. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the business. But at the same time, once I got done with that process and that job or what have you, I started doing my research on what jobs I can get in that's going to hire me direct on, that's going to educate me, and will you know, give me the best benefits and so forth. So that's what I started doing.
There's some staff agencies that actually even provide benefits as well as vacation, sick days. You know, I'm not just gonna shit on staff agencies.
Y'all
tried to, but
no.
I'm not an advocate.
I'm speaking on my experience with two of them that I've been worked through. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, co-work staffing, I give them A+. You know what I'm saying? Now, TRC.
Yeah, that's some B.
That's
some BS.
Y'all trash.
But yeah, man, work whichever you need. What will work for you, shawty? That's all it boil down to, man. Whichever one you working, if it work for you, work it. You did, but because that could definitely be a good.
But also,
in the meantime, while you are directly hiring to places and work.
And also, if you are on a staffing agency job, temp job, network yourself. Be like, tell the people at that job what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Try to see what they need.
Opportunity, exactly what they need.
Yeah.
Fill that void.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving on.
We gotta get into this, get them out of here, moment.
Man, let's please. I've been waiting for this one. The big rep.
People are fucking weird, bro. So Michael Jackson's cousin is selling the bloodstained IV from his deathbed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen some shit, but this really take the damn cake.
Dog, that means that he was in there plotting on this this bloody mattress, dog.
I'm gonna read the report real quick. So TMZ reported that his cousin Marsha Stewart is selling the bloodstained IV drip that she stole from his
I
deathbed.
didn't know Martha Stewart was related to Michael Jackson.
Marsha.